Hey, Chris, I can see you. Happy Thursday. Okay. This is Boxing Playhouse, and this is Boxing Playhouse After Dark. Now, I'm Sakura A, and I am missing my sidekick for a moment, just a moment. He should be here a little later in the show, but I do have some interesting guests. But before I got to that, we wanted to address a couple of things that we missed for the week. You know what? Now I have someone else calling in like they don't know that this is the time period where we go live. What's up? What's up? What's up? Who is the caller? We are on Boxing Playhouse After Dark right now. You're calling me live. You're calling me live. We are on Boxing Playhouse podcast right now.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Okay, everybody give Roxy a shout out, please. She has interrupted the podcast. All right, guys. So I got a few things that we wanted to talk about because what I noticed is that we were missing a lot of news this past week because of the fact that everybody has been totally lit up about Wilder versus Fury and all the shenanigans. But before we get to all that, I want to catch us up on some of the things that happened that didn't get much time or notice from other boxing news. So I got a couple of stories for you. And please chime in if you have some other news that I'm going to miss. You can always just go ahead and just, basically comment down in the box for comments, and I'll read whatever that news is that I might have missed. These are just a couple of quick stories that we have. So, okay, let's see. Andy Ruiz Jr. has confirmed there has been talk of a potential Luis Ortiz clash. However, said he wants to take a warm-up, a return fight in August. So basically, he want him, do a tune-up fight before he actually get in the ring with Ortiz, which, I mean, to be honest, who can blame him, So he's going to do the tune-up fight in August, and then he has added his new trainer, which we all know and love, Teddy Atlas. So we're going to see, what's going on. And if it is Teddy Atlas for sure, because we don't know for sure yet, but we're supposed to get that news soon as to who the new trainer is going to be. And they say that it's going to be on Inside PBC on Fox, and that's coming on tonight at 10. It's coming on tonight at 10 on Fox Sports. I think 2, maybe. Okay, so the next story we have, oh, wait a minute, that's another Wilder story that we're going to save for later. Okay, so now we're going to go to Crawford, because now the reporting on Crawford basically, is that he probably will fight in June. Now, word on the streets is that it's probably going to be him versus Pacquiao, or that fight is trying to be made. So I guess Pacquiao is looking at a couple of different options right now, guys, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? He got the whole welterweight division, and any one of them would be glad to take Pac money for a fight. So, he's just probably testing the water right now, and one of those options is a Bud Crawford. But I guess either way, between June and July, we're going to get to see Bud back in action again. And, I can't wait, because Bud is like one of my pound for pounds. Now that we're going to go on to our next story, which I love this story because I am a huge Virgil Ortiz Jr. fan. And he was Prospect of the Year last year for me, and a couple of other, places like Ringside and, PBC. And they had him on the list as, basically prospect to be on the lookout for. Because he went from virtually unknown at the beginning of last year to like, damn, this guy's gonna be problems for the welterweight division by the end of the year. So that's why. But anyway, they're saying that his next fight will probably be, let's see, okay, Virgil Ortiz and Samuel Vargas. Okay, hosted a presser today ahead of their 12-round fight for the WBA gold welterweight title. Undercard fighters from the event also participated in the presser. The two should be meeting on Saturday, March 28th, and it's going to be in Inglewood, California. But you know what? I'm saying they're supposed to be, because I never like to say, oh, a fight is on this day or whatever, because you never know when someone's going to get injured. So, not wishing that on anybody, but for right now, the fight is going to be March 28th. And they do say it's going to be on DAZN, guys. So we got to deal with DAZN. That's the only thing. So you got to pay that subscription for March so that you can see Virgil Ortiz Jr. in action. I know I'm paying it because, you know, you got to break some of your rules sometimes when they really have a great, you know, boxer. You want to support them, so go ahead and buy it. Don't try to get around it, guys. That's not cool. Now, below, they're saying Virgil Ortiz Jr. is in awesome shape, that he stays in shape and stays ready, so this should be awesome. And, of course, we got, that was that story. Now, this is a good one, because basically Ryan Garcia, he got some haters, guys, because basically the SWAT came to his house and pointed guns at him and his friends and family because somebody called in the cops on him. You know how you have a bomb threat at school, or you used to have bomb threats at school? Well, it's something like that, but they basically said that somebody at his residence had a gun. So Ryan Garcia, he writes, "We just got raided by SWAT and guns right now because someone made a call that there was a gun that was that there was a gun that was scary as well." He said that there was a gun and that was scary as hell. I'm gonna say as hell. I don't even know how to feel about a sniper rifle down on me. Didn't even feel real. It's sad how someone can just call and make that happen. What if someone, and I guess he wrote some more, but I don't have it. But let me tell you something. When people start calling SWATs on you, and you know them people in California crazy. I'm talking about the cops. They crazy. So when they start calling the cops on you, basically somebody hates you. Okay, you got a real serious hater on your hands that would actually pick up the phone and waste time to call cops on you. But Ryan, I have a few words for you because I really love you. You're so handsome and you're really talented. And you have a great platform already, you know, with all your social media followers and IG followers. Like, you have the greatest opportunity in the world to basically use this as a platform, because now you know how it feels to have a gun down your damn face. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be gun violence, or you could be, you know, stop hating on other people. I don't know. Like, just use it, your platform, to your best ability. Now that you know how that feels, you can take that perspective and try to make it a positive one. So we're all praying that Garcia that he doesn't have any more problems. Ryan, you need to check your friends, because somebody knows something. It's either somebody you were friends with and you pissed them off, and it also could be family, because a lot of people, boxers' families, you know, they have a lot of hate in their heart because they weren't the ones that became a star, or they didn't look like this or that, and why you and why not them. You know, it's a lot of crazy stuff that go on, Ryan. So I just suggest that you just, you know, go ahead and take that in stride and use that perspective and that emotion that you felt to be able to understand how other people feel when that happens to them, and could happen to them, not from a phone call, but for just being the wrong complexion. So now I'm ready to move on, because I have some great guests with me tonight. I'm so excited. We have a Florida boxing ref that has joined us tonight. You know why? Because, you know, it was a lot of stuff going on in that Wilder fight, Fury as well. I want to know the ins and outs on fighter safety and how the refs play into that, what they do, and when they feel that it's time for the fight to be ended. You know what I'm saying? And then I have Clarence Booth, Mr. St. Pete, baby. And Mr. St. Pete is on board because he is doing some wonderful things for his community and for the youth here in St. Pete. And we got to find out exactly what inspired him to do that and what time we can bring these kids so they can be a part of this and get some positive role models in their life, okay? So let me go ahead and jump these guys on. We got Chris here. What's up, Chris?
What's happening, Sakura? What's happening?
Oh, you know, always busy, always passionate about boxing, and always ready for the next KO. How about you?
Always. All I gotta do is count to 10.
Look, don't count them out. Look, don't count them out too soon now.
No, I won't do that.
Clarence say, don't count me out too soon.
No.
Right, Clarence, how you feeling tonight?
Hey, feeling good. Ready for this weekend.
Hey, Mr. St. Pete. Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. But we got fans here, and they literally, like, they want to know exactly, well, how can I say this? When are you going to be back in the ring? Look, we've been waiting, anticipating. You know, we've been hoping and praying that you've been feeling well, and everything is healing up okay with you. So when can we expect to see you back in the ring, man?
Honestly, I ain't really thinking about no date right now. I'm just getting strong, you know what I'm saying? I'm just getting back moving, you know what I'm saying? Thank God I'm healing well and I'm just getting back sharp in the ring and I'm really not looking forward to no date right now. I'm just healing up. So whenever one come, then we'll analyze it, you know. When I'm ready, you know, when I'm ready.
All right, then. I mean, I get what you're saying, but we want you to be ready when you get back in that ring. But, I mean, I know I speak for everybody when we miss seeing your power and your aggression in the ring. Those are my two favorite things to see in boxing, and you deliver that every time. Right. So, you know, don't leave us hanging too long. That's all I say.
Right. Yeah. I'm excited. I really would come back. You know what I'm saying? Right now, if I could, you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm just, I want to go by this the right way. You know what I mean? I want to rush things. I want to make sure I take my time, heal up well, and just come back, man. We'll just, you know what I'm saying? I really want to just go straight to it, go straight to the big fights when I come back. But I know I'm going to have to get some tune-up fights when I do, you know what I mean? So, you know, when I come back, just best believe I'm gonna be at 100%, and you can expect those fast and powerful punches and sharp moves, and even on a smaller scale, and you know, more technical, you know, standpoint. You know, I'm getting sharp in the ring too, by the way. So.
Oh, you know, man, that's wonderful to hear. Yeah. And you know, Boxing Playhouse gonna be there to support you. You know, we'll ride out to wherever you got to be. You know, because we know it's time for you to be to the next level when you return. We understand that. And I'm sure all your fans understand that too, you know?
Right.
So, but just let us know.
All right.
And I need to know first. I need to know first because I'm with Boxing Playhouse. We need to break this story. We need to break that.
I got you.
All right.
I got you. That's your story first.
Now go ahead and tell us about what inspired you to have this beautiful day plan for the youth here in our community at the St. Pete Boxing Gym?
Actually, it was me and my partner idea. We kind of came together and we was trying to get some funding from the city and open up a youth center, you know, involving boxing, and we just came up with the idea to throw this event. You know what I mean? I think it'd be a good idea for the community as well to be able to generate, you know what I'm saying, people to show how important, you know, boxing could be, you know what I'm saying, to the community, you know what I mean? And, you know, I mean, I know boxing saved my life, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, boxing gave me a whole different identity. I can't speak for everybody else. I don't know what kind of background a lot of other people came from, but I know that boxing saved my life, you know what I'm saying? My life could have been on a whole nother, you know, on a whole other track, but you know, boxing came in and got me. But excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh, somebody must have
But
tried to
anyway,
call
yeah, but yeah, this opportunity to be able to showcase this, to be able to showcase boxing, just be able to you know, let people know that boxing is just very active in here in St. Pete, and we're just trying to make a difference and show these kids that, you know, that you know, they don't have to be, you know, fighting each other out here in the streets or shooting each other, you know what I'm saying, or doing things like that. You know, we can just come to the gym and just, you know, take it out and at the same time become something, you know, and, you know, have more pride in your hands, you know, instead of just out here, you know, out here with the bull. You know how it is out here, you know, and plus, trust me, I know how it is too. I know how easy it is to be distracted out here. I know how it is to be fired up and ready to, you know, ready to go at whatever. But, you know, we got to understand that, you know, you know, it's another way. And I want to be able to show these kids that it's another way. It's another way to get that frustration out. If it really mean that much to you, you can go put the gloves on. You can put the gloves on and, you know, you know, make it worth your while, you know? Yeah, you know?
Okay.
So that's what it's all about, though, you know?
We got Jesus Escalera, Tito. T&K Boxing, baby. Look, Tito is in the house, and he said he is so proud of you, champ. He talking to you,
yeah.
Clarence.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely. Tito is one of my dudes, man. He always been supporting me, man, since day one. And you know what I'm saying? I love him to death. You know, him and Joey, them always been my partners, man. So
yeah,
you know, I'm proud of them too. I can't wait to see this fight this weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a good night. Okay, first of all right, I hear that there's a special guest, a former world champion that's a heavyweight. So I'm looking forward to see who that is. I mean,
me too.
All right, because I asked a couple of people and they told me one of my answers is right, which is still torture. So I know it's gonna be good. And then I'm commentating on the live stream with William Hunter from Right Hook Boxing Promotions.
Okay.
And then the fights themselves. I mean, we got Jazz Art on the card. We got Lady Ram retiring, you know, doing her last fight. She said some great things about you on our other podcast, by the way, Clarence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first boxing trainer right there. You know, she was a great part of my turnaround. You know what I mean? She was one of the people who opened the doors for me, and yeah, I can't wait to see her get in there and do her thing. She always have exciting fights.
Oh,
she always have exciting fights.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait because I'm ready, and they heavyweights now, so I believe somebody gonna get laid out.
Yeah,
and I know you ain't trying to have no retirement fight, not later.
Yeah.
Revenge fight, you know, and that's the main event. So anyway, we got Jazz Art, we got Raynard Hill. You know, he like to damn surprise everybody and shock everybody. He gonna get you down at least once, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, OG champ. He always hold it down.
Exactly, that OG mentality. Right. So we got him against Ty McLeod, and we just got a lot of great people on that show. It's gonna be Jared Jarvis. You know, it's a bunch of people from Tampa Bay boxing gyms and boxers. So I mean, we're ready for this night. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna be excited. I know Raynard. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really excited to see Raynard fight because you know that what we doing this thing, man. I love his spirit. You know what I'm saying? I love his motivation. You know what I'm saying? He give me a lot of motivation, whether he know it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this heavyweight too, Brandon Moore. That he actually was training in the Wilder camp before the fight. And they had some footage out on him, and he got like a beautiful jab. So like, I'm ready to see what he got too. You know. Right.
I'm ready to see everybody on the card. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to see the cats coming up and you know getting their first fights and you know just becoming them young stars and you know becoming great prospects. You know. So.
So that's gonna be
definitely gonna be in there supporting that.
Say that one more time. I was talking.
I said I'm definitely gonna be happy to support that.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna see first. We're gonna go to your event because I got two young ones that's like really excited about the barbecue and everything.
Right.
So we're gonna go to that first on Saturday. Then we're gonna float over to T&K's All or Nothing 2, and that's like at 7 o'clock, I think. And you know, go ahead and have a wonderful fight night with them. So it's gonna be boxing all day. I'm loving it.
Right, definitely. That's the whole point. That's why I had it. That's why I had it early that early that day, just so it can be people already be hyped up on boxing. You know what I'm saying? They'll see the young jits in the gym, doing their thing, and then hopefully cross over and go to the fight, at Tito Promotions show.
We got Brian Meadows with us. What's up, my man? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear about your grandmother passing. Keep your head up, dog. It gets better. But maybe you can come out to the fight so we can all support you and be there with you. And it'll make you feel better, I promise. And he says, Mr. St. Pete. Meadows says, Mr. St. Pete.
Right, I see you, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you just took a loss, brother. Keep your head up and stay strong,
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna let you stay on here for 1 minute, Clarence, because what we're doing now is we're gonna start talking about this Wilder Fury debacle. Okay. Now, Fury took the win and he got that WBC belt. Woo, that green belt is so pretty, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they know how to do that damn thing, okay?
I ain't gonna lie, man. It's gonna be a dream come true to even be in a step in the ring fighting for that belt,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when I come back, like I said, I'm trying to get straight there, but I know I gotta take my time. You know what I mean, and don't force things, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm coming aggressively after I shake this rust off. I'm coming in aggressively.
Yes, come and get that belt. Yeah, you gotta take it. You want to beat that champion, you gotta take that belt. And he damn so took it. I just wow, he definitely
yeah, man. I think a lot of people was upset. A lot of people was upset, but boxing, you know how this sport is, it's you got a lot of you got a lot of politics in this sport, man, Tyson Fury, I think Tyson Fury did what I expect. I really want to see. Honestly, I want to see Wilder win, but I just kind of knew Tyson was gonna beat him. You know what I'm saying? I knew Tyson was gonna beat him, so I wouldn't give him hopes up. I know anything can happen in the ring, especially with Wilder. He got that power. He'll knock you out any second. You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, it was a great fight, man. My opinion, I believe the fight went exactly how it's supposed to went, regardless of what he was saying about. I think he said something about his suit or something like that.
Either way, Wilder did say that his suit made his legs weak by the time he got in the ring and took it off. He did say that. It was 40 extra pounds. I'm hearing.
Right. I thought one time he said in an interview that he trains with a 45-pound vest.
Right. Yes. Right. Yeah. Right. So
we was talking about
I like Deontay, but
he was on the Paul Rogan show and a video surfaced where he was saying that he trains with a vest on that has the extra weight, just like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to trust him and believe him when he says that. As a boxer, you got to respect what the person's saying. However, I would have kept that to myself. Okay.
I hope he come back strong though.
Oh, he's already put in for the rematch clause, but now I'm hearing that Fury is trying to offer him some, step aside money so he can go ahead and
Right.
I'm like, what kind of clause is that? If you say you got a rematch clause and I say I want to fight, what kind of rematch clause is it that allows you to still decide if you're going to take it or not?
I've seen that too.
Yeah, like you got a rematch clause or not?
Well, in America, everybody got a price.
Yeah.
Said the $1 million man.
Okay, so
Right.
we got
Right.
Brian Meadows. He said Tyson Fury
Right.
should put him on his back foot. Agree or disagree? What's y'all take?
Well, personally, when he said earlier that week that he was gonna come in at 270 pounds, I was like, I said, he must going to rough him up. Because Deontay Wilder, he's at his dangerous when you on his outside. But once you're inside his wheel well, so to speak, he don't really have much of a defense for that. So he used all that 270 pounds plus some on him to lean on him and do a little bit dirty boxing the outside. So Deontay Wilder didn't have an answer. I mean, he was jumping at the dude's feints. I mean, Tyson Fury from his camp, they exercise a beautiful game plan. You can ask for anything better. Now with my man Mr. St. Pete, I wish I was pulling for Deontay, but you can't get mad at Tyson.
Yeah, but we're gonna get to Tyson shenanigans in a minute. But for right now, on the on the surface, Fury did what he needed to do to take that belt. Okay, it's all about taking that shit. You can't go in there and be like, oh, I outboxed him. He saw that didn't work in the first fight. So basically, all is fair. He's like, you know what? I need a different game plan. And he had a different one. Now
he was strong too. He looked strong too. I actually missed the fight live. I watched it the next day, but yeah, man. Fury looked strong, man. I ain't gonna lie, he looked real strong. You know what I'm saying? He proved it too, because he was laying some real nice shots, man. You know what I mean? And shit, Wilder ain't had no answer for him. Like, he kept hesitating. You know what I mean? And then if he, honestly, like, I guess you gotta be, you gotta be smart in the ring. You know what I mean? I ain't saying you go in there and just go crazy, but Wilder got that power, man. You know what I'm saying? If I was him, I would have put my guard up and just try to walk him down. You know what I'm saying? With just the explosive combination. I feel like he could have did that. He would have been better off than trying to stay back like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if he was tired, he still could have, did something else besides stand there and get punched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It gets tricky though, because once you're in there with someone and they're like 40 pounds heavier than you, maybe more.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they are kind of in control of,
Yeah. But that's what skill come in too. That's what intelligence come in the ring too. You gotta know how to deal with a person that size. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing you don't do. One thing you don't do is let somebody that big lean on you in a fight. You know what I'm saying? If he that heavier than you, then you don't let him lean on you in a fight. And as fighters should like I said, should know that. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I can't really speak for Wilder in his camp at all. You know what I'm saying? Because fighters go through different things. And I done been in some situations where I done felt a little uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even a lack of experience. You know what I'm saying? Some things I didn't expect in a fight happen. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, Wilder, I think Wilder's a champion. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's a true champion. You know what I'm saying? He's a strong brother, and at the same time, he got the skills to sharpen up and tighten up anything that he chooses to. So it's all on him. You know what I'm saying? If he go back to the gym and get focused and focus on what he got to do, then we'll see a better Wilder. If he let this crumble him, if he let this defeat him, then it's downhill. But I don't expect that from him though. Wilder Wilder got a good spirit. You know what I'm saying? That boy, he real cocky. He real confident. So I believe he's gonna come back strong though. I believe he's gonna come back sharper. And if Lord's willing, he do.
Well, that's what I was gonna get to with Chris here, because he has a great perspective for us. Now, with all that leaning that Mr. St. Pete is mentioning, all this leaning, I ain't even got to the chokehold. or ripping them around, or some of the other shenanigans with these gloves and things. But
I'm sorry. I didn't hear nothing you said. I didn't hear.
Okay, I'm asking Chris, with all the shenanigans with the
I can't hear nothing you said.
Oh, did somebody calling on your phone? So try to turn your volume back up on your phone.
I'm losing you.
Well, call back in, Clarence. You can always call us back in and I'll get you back linked in, because you might have to reboot it, you know? So what I was saying is basically Fury, he came in and he had a game plan. We saw his weight. Now, when it came to the shenanigans, we came to the shenanigans of the whole leaning on Wilder and roughing him up. We got the chokeholds. We got the whipping his whole body around in the ring like it's a wrestling match. What, Chris? Chris, you are the ref. Is that legal or not?
Well, there's no doubt Fury skirted the lines of the rule book, but I'm not in there. The referee has to take control of the fight, not in the ring, but in the locker room. I got much respect for Kenny Bayless. He's been doing it for many, many years, and like I said, I grew up watching him. Each boxer knows how to play the referee, and they will skirt that line as far as they can. Now, the referee can give a soft warning or a hard warning, and if the fighter does not do what he's supposed to do, then points can be taken. Now, going back to what my man Clarence said earlier about how Wilder was fighting, I want to get back to that. The first 2 rounds, Wilder was boxing okay. The first round I give the Fury. The second round I give it to Wilder. Wilder didn't start getting fatigued and all that type of stuff until he got hit behind the ear. And that shot that dropped him.
He was done. Third round, or was it?
That was the third round, exactly. Okay. He was done. And his legs never came up from underneath him, because most fighters you see, they get buzzed and they can take a round for them to recover. Yeah. My man did not recover. And I started to think, just watching the fight, in the 5th round, I'm thinking, okay, y'all may want to save him. And I understand my man got heart, but the same thing I tell the fighters when I give the rules. And I want you to leave out of here the same way you came in. I understand that they're warriors. I understand that, but at the same time too, you want to be able to go home and count your money.
Okay.
I don't want you, what I'm saying, nobody die in that ring. So it just, and the issue between Diaz and Mark Breland, I'm gonna tell you off top, I applaud Mark Breland. I applaud him because that type of beating will last you a lifetime. You see, you can get knocked down, recover from knockdown, but no, from 3rd round on, my man can got damage in there. And most of the time I see Kenny Bayless stop a fight, pretty, right on time. But it just, I understand you give the champion the benefit of the doubt. Just my opinion, I was more concerned about the 6th round, I was more concerned about my man's health. I'm like, he saw how he was leaning. When I saw the blood come out of his ear, I'm thinking, is his eardrum busted? Yeah. Coming from a medic's point of view, I'm like, he's lethargic. He has no legs underneath him. He's gasping for air. And Wilder's not in bad shape. He can go 12 rounds. He proved it twice already with Stavern and Fury. So it's not about that. Like, something's not right with him. And you see, when they were in the corner and Fury and Wilder's head was down like that, I'm like, y'all may want to stop this fight. I understand, the referee's job, our job is not to satisfy the fans. Our job is to enforce the rule and protect the fighters. It's the fighters' job to entertain the fans. And sometimes, get mad with us because we stop it too early. Hey, it is what it is. If we take a point, it is what it is. But we have a job, and we take that job very, very seriously.
Okay. But now I just heard you say is that you would have stopped the fight in the 5th round. That's what I heard you say.
I was thinking, how I was saying, I'm like, the corner or the referee to me thinking about stopping this fight, because the way he was taking these shots and how his body was reacting. Some people can take shots to the chin all day, but when your body's reacting and he just hit him to the body and you fall over like you've been shot, something's not right here. Yeah. Once again, I have, being a referee, I also have a medical background too. So something's not going on inside of his head. That's what I'm thinking. So the referee could at least call time, let the doctor take a look at him. Hey, is he fit to continue?
Okay. All right. I like that answer. My only thing is, would you have called the leaning your body on your opponent? Would you have
that is illegal? Yes. And at the same time, too, the boxer cannot bend below the opponent's waist either. He has to keep his head up. And he can bend down, but he can't bend down below his opponent's waist. So if you bend down above my waist and I'm got 40, 50 pounds on you, it's still wrong. You're not supposed to do that. But once again, if the referee allows it.
Well, I did have an interesting question for my Tough Talk family. That we have a podcast with Heavy Bad Boxing on Tuesday nights. And my question was, even if you're a heavyweight, can a heavyweight be a weight bully? I was really contemplating that because I'm torn on the issue. Because it's heavyweights is 200 and up. There's no limitation on how far you can go up. But at the same time, I know when a Wilder is usually at 130, and then you or 120 something, and then you got a Fury that's like almost pushing 300 the night of the fight. That is a huge difference. Even when Wilder does try to gain weight, which, by the way, I didn't think it was a good idea to try to gain the weight at the last minute. So for Wilder, I think that also affected him. But that being said, I want to know what you thought also, Chris, about the choke holding.
Well, did the referee see it? I saw it from the camera view because the camera we have when you're watching TV, you have a 360 panoramic view. The referee can only see one side. Now, obviously, choking that cannot be allowed. Or holding the guy down and hitting him while he's bent over. Once again, that's not allowed. So, once again, I'm trying to do this politically correct as much as possible.
Hey, I gotta hang up.
Okay, Clarence, thanks so much. We're gonna make sure that everybody should get out.
I gotta hang up. This phone messing up.
Okay, well, call back in.
This signal messing up.
All right. Call back in if you have a chance. Now, let me go ahead and
I'm gonna call back in.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. Bye. All right, so Clarence had to leave us, but this is a great time, Chris, because this is who we got now. We got Dale Peoples. What's up, Dale?
Hello, how are you? Chris, pleasure to meet you. How are you?
What's going on? How you doing, boss?
Good.
Hold on 1 second, because I got another guest coming in. Bam!
Tito.
What's up, guys?
How are you?
Come on, baby.
Okay.
How you guys doing?
Maintaining.
Awesome.
Okay, I lost one other person though, because I had the other Tito, our DJ Tito. So I lost one person. So Tito, if you can hear us, get your butt back on here because we're about to address the Fury and the glove situation. So Tito, you had an excellent time of calling in. We were just talking about the illegal things and the shenanigans that both Wilder and Fury had the night of the fight. We're trying to decipher what's going on. We got my man Dale Peoples. Dale, tell us a little bit about your background in boxing.
Well, I started in boxing. Well, I've been a student of the game since I was in second grade. Since then, I have been a public relations director for a small company in Newark. And then I just turned around and started training like amateur fighters for, I've been in it now for about 37 years. I'll be coming up that way tomorrow with a pro fighter, trying to revamp, his career and looking forward to doing some, good things in the sport. I'm just a student of the game and I follow it religiously.
Okay, well, that's just an awesome, a lot of experience and a great boxing career that you've had. And as I was talking to you the other day, I was fascinated, Tito, because guess what?
What?
He's coming into town for our fight.
That's amazing. Awesome. Is that my friend up there in the top right? One of the best up and coming officials?
Don't do that, man. Don't do that. I'm still trying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me and him go back from the amateur days. He's a good person, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. You too.
okay. So what I'm going to say to you is Carlos has a question, guys. He wants everybody to rate Wilder's boxing skills on a scale of 1 to 10. Just want to hear your opinions. So he's saying he ain't going to have, no dispute with anybody over this. And shout out to Carlos and his son Elijah Morales. That's going to be fighting coming up soon too. So now, let's see. Here in Tampa Bay, now, what you got to say, Tito? Let's start with you.
I give him an 8.
You'll give Wilder an 8?
I give him an 8 because even though he's strong, he still sets those punches up. He still set those opponents up. And even though he was losing in a lot of those fights, he overcame it, had his patience, and overset his punches up. And he still got those wins. It's unfortunate that he lost this time, but he can still come back. And that's the good thing about boxing. You can always learn from your mistakes.
Okay, and that is T&K Boxing's Tito Escalera. He is having his All or Nothing 2 boxing card Saturday night at the Marriott St. Petersburg, Clearwater on Roosevelt Boulevard. So make sure you get your tickets. You can run over to our page and get the ticket link for Eventbrite, or you can go to their page, T&K Boxing Promotions, and get the tickets from there as well. Or you can just hit Tito. Well, he goes by Jesus Escalera on Facebook. So you can hit him up in his inbox if you need a ticket also. Now, let's get over to my man Dale. Dale, 1 to 10. Wilder, what you got?
1 to 10. I'm going to agree. I'm going to give Wilder about an 8, and this is the reason why. You get on Facebook after the fight and you hear people say Wilder can't box, Wilder can't do this. Well, listen, this is what I tell people: you cannot get to the Olympics if you don't know how to box. That's the bottom line, and win a medal on top of that. So when people say that Wilder can't box, these are the people that are fans of the sport. They're not students of the game.
No, they're not.
Okay? Because you cannot, once again, you cannot get to the Olympics if you can't box. And whether it's a 1-2, Wilder sets it up beautifully. I mean, that basically, those are the fundamentals, the 1-2. If you got a 1-2 in the game, I don't care if you got a great left hook. Listen, the quickest point to any two distance is a straight line. A 1-2 will beat a hook 9 times out of 10.
Yep.
And he can do that. So I'm going to give him an 8. And I still think he can improve. There's some things that I saw in the fight that he can make adjustments to. And if he's willing to do that, because he started boxing late, he's still on a learning curve. And he can still resurrect, come back after that loss.
Okay, I agree with you on that. He can come back. Now, Chris, 1 to 10, what you got?
Well, I'm agree with my colleagues here, but I want to dig a little bit deeper in this. Okay. Now, Deontay Wilder, who doesn't get enough credit. I mean, after he lost, the world tore him up. Okay, and he started his career at 19 years of age. People don't understand. He had only 35 amateur fights and still won the bronze. And let's take a look at from Muhammad Ali. He had 115 fights. He got a gold. Vladimir Klitschko had 140 amateur fights. He had a gold. Roy Jones had about 140. He only had a silver. Floyd Mayweather had about 95. He had a bronze. So, and they started at a very, 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 very young age, still in school. And for him to make that transition from 35 amateur fights to where he's at now, and he's tied for 5th place in tying Ali as far as consecutive title defenses. Hey, that's unheard of. When are you going to find that at?
Not.
Everybody he's been in the ring with was better than him when it comes to technique. And he still found a way to win. Because trust me, patience is a hard skill to learn. So you try to set your opponent up. Now, to me, a bomb is not dangerous to me unless it has a means to get to its destination. If you look at the Brazil fight, And before he landed that bomb on Brazil, he took a half step to the right and had that angle on him.
Set it up.
And there you go.
Set it up.
See, and yes, he has 40-something fights, but a lot of that stuff's on the job training. But I give Homeboy all respect in the world. Now, I believe he will come back from this because of the type of person he has, because his strongest asset is not his right hand, it's the self-determination we have inside of him. Once again, that can't be taught.
That's right.
He's fighting for something. So that's my take on that.
What about you?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna introduce Tito, DJ Tito. He's gonna be at the T&K Boxing Promotions All or Nothing 2 fight on Saturday as well. What's up, Tito?
Chilling, man. Just got back from doing our thing over there at the Marriott.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Okay, who's somebody's microphone is picking up a lot of background noise. Tito, where you at?
Yeah, I'm in my car. I'm moving along.
Tito number 2, where are you at?
I'm at the weigh-in location set for tomorrow. So
okay. Why don't you go
I'm
ahead and
just
plug
taking,
the show,
I'm just taking it in.
Can you go ahead and give us a little information about the show so we can go ahead and let you go?
I don't think he heard you.
Tito,
Yeah.
No.
you can give us a little information on the show so we can let you go.
Yes. If you're not doing nothing, guys, come out and enjoy a great night of boxing. There's gonna be a lot of little surprises here and there. You know, we're stepping it up from the last time we did the show, and looking forward to seeing who comes out.
Okay, that's awesome. And let everybody know who's the main event and where they can get the tickets.
Brown paper ticket, they can get the tickets. And the main event is Laura Ramsey, good friend of mine. It's her time to have her last bout and showcase and her some credit like she doesn't different. She put a lot of years into the boxing scene, and I think that needs to be awarded, and somebody should get credit for that. And to show all young fighters, it doesn't matter your record, your age, or how long you haven't fought, you still had the opportunity to showcase your talents, and that's what T&K stands for. So that's about it.
All right. Well, that is going to be February 29th. That's League Day, people. It's Saturday night at 7 p.m. Be there. Get your tickets. Boxing Playhouse will be there in the house. And we got special guests coming with that's former world heavyweight champions. And we're going to just have a great, awesome time. The fights are going to be great matchups. It's going to be a beautiful night. And you get free valet parking. What more can you ask?
Yo, listen, y'all gonna make me broke, but hey, I gotta take care of my fans.
All right, that's what's up. Now we got one last question for you that I'm gonna ask the entire panel. That last question is gonna be rate Fury from 1 to 10.
I think he's a 10. He overcame, he conquered early in his career. He went through some issues and he got back to the mountaintop. So
I love that comeback story. That's a great story to be able to tell anybody, all boxing fans should be able to mention him as somebody who, as an example of somebody who came back from the depths of depression and suicidal thoughts and addiction to become the WBC heavyweight world champion. So, thanks so much, Tito. We appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and let Chris answer that question. Fury, 1 to 10.
As far as Tyson's Fury skills,
yes,
I will give him overall package. I'll give him a 9. But it's unbelievable to see a man that size, 6'9", close to 300 pounds, to move like that, hand speed, upper body movement. His head is big, and he's still able to move his head out the way. I mean, it just in his ring IQ, he don't get credit for that. That much as he should. I'll give Tyson Fury his due. He deserves to win, and not only that, the ability to adapt. You know, when most rematches, whoever's the better boxer, who have a deeper toolbox, normally comes out on top. So I'll give Tyson Fury a 9.
Okay, somebody, Carlos Morales says word. Okay, and then we got Arash. He says it was all a nice game plan from the Crump Fury camp. Put on weight, but in muscle mass to have more power behind the punches and go for the stoppage. Agree or disagree, guys?
No, I agree.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bill. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to jump in here and first answer Score's question about. I'll give Fury a 9 first and foremost. I'll give him a 9 for the simple fact I think when you're standing at 6'9", you should have some kind of abilities. That's like being 7'2" and not being able to dunk. You know, I mean, you should be able to do that. As far as his greatness is concerned, you have to think about the quality of opposition that Tyson Fury has fought. Let's go with this. First of all, he beat Klitschko, who was had already peaked and was on the twilight of his career. Okay, other than Klitschko, he didn't fight anybody. And then you got Wilder, okay? So Wilder's still in the learning curve. He still has things to learn and stuff like that. His greatness will be personified on what he does from this moment forward. Moving forward and fighting guys that can bring it to the table and see how he does in a rematch. We still have AJ out there that's waiting. Let's see what happens. In regards to Nadir's question about the more muscle mass and power, this is what I told somebody. I knew that Fury was putting on that muscle, that mass, because he was going to go after Wilder. He was going to jump on him, and it was going to be a kamikaze mission. Either you get me or I'll get him. But one thing I do know, Fury extended a lot of energy. I don't think going into maybe the 9th, 10th, 11th rounds, I don't think he would have been able to carry that weight and still been effective. I think that weight would have caught up with him because that was one of his highest weights. And Wilder has a great equalizer. He can take you out the first as well as in the last. So that's my opinion on it.
Well, okay. It's time for Tito to chime in because he done been quiet long as he can. Rate Fury.
I'm shaking my head. I'm really shaking my head. Look,
Fury. Wait, first.
I gotta admit, Tyson Fury could do his fights. You know what I'm saying? He does his thing. He adapted like he did. And but I think there's still something fishy about what happened. I got hit.
Hold on.
Is that somebody out there?
Go ahead. I couldn't.
Go ahead,
just saying. What is that?
So I watched the fight. I'm kind of like driving at the same time, but I watched the fight, and I'm seeing a lot of videos and I'm seeing a lot of things, man. And I don't know, man. It's just still fishy for me. I think there's something wrong with this picture, and I think I really got to look closer. I'm just seeing things. I'm seeing things I've never seen in boxing before.
Okay.
And, it comes down all the way down to the Cotto and Margarito fight with the plaster Paris thing. You know what I'm saying? And I figured, in that fight something was wrong. But this one right here, something's still fishy. I don't believe there was nothing in those gloves. I just think that Fury used the gloves inappropriately.
Okay. You gotta be specific about
in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Tito,
I just think, yeah.
Be specific. You have to tell the fans what you're talking about because they may not know the information that you have privy to. So rewind back and let the fans know what
it's just the certain videos I saw, different angles, and fights 1 and fights 2. He used the same thing, and it just, to me, it looks like that glove is just a little bit high, man. I really think he just used that fist other than what he used on the glove. You know what I'm saying? I think he used his fist more than he used that glove.
Guys,
I saw something different. I just saw it different.
Okay. Now,
I'm a
we're gonna
boxer,
address
and
that.
I've never used my hand like that. I've never used my hand like that. It's just fishy.
Okay. So to make things clear, are you a Wilder fan? Are you wild about Wilder?
It's like saying you got the coronavirus and you don't have it. But Tyson Fury, he's got skills. The guy's got skills. I gotta admit, he's got skills. He was throwing his hands. But I feel that what I saw, the guy was using his fist, man. He wasn't using the actual pads on the glove.
Okay. So you think that his
That's what I
fist
saw.
was really down where the glove laced up part is located. That's what you're saying. You are saying that the glove, you feel like his fist was down where the actual laced up part that's supposed to go around your wrist was. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I saw it clearly on both sides of the tape. And it looks very, very clear that he hit him. I don't know how he fights, but when I fight, my hands are all the way up, inside the glove. It doesn't come down. The thing looked like it bent backwards, and that's what happens when you put your glove all the way halfway.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never hit with a fist halfway down your glove. I've never seen that.
All right.
This is
So
May I interject?
Hold on a second. Yes, because I'm about to bring Chris in on this situation. And what we're going to do is ask our specialist ref the tough questions. Now,
Lord.
tell us the process of gloves behind in the locker room, and then coming to the actual ring. What would be the moment that those gloves could have been adjusted in such a fashion?
It couldn't be adjusted unless the commissioner or the inspectors fail to do their job. Before the fighter or the boxer get his hands wrapped, the inspector is there watching the hands being wrapped through the whole process till it gets the glove comes on. When the glove come on, gets tied up, taped up, the commission signs off on it. Okay. At the same time, the person from the other room, from the other camp, get a chance to observe them to the wrappings of the glove. Now, once the gloves are on, they do not come off. If he has to go to the bathroom, somebody got to hold it for him, or they cut it off. Okay, and he comes to the ring. Once they come into the ring, my job is to inspect the gloves. I have to feel for the gloves, see that nothing's been tampered with. Okay, we have seminars that we go to, and you see all different types of hand wraps, all different types of shady stuff that some cornermen try to do. For example, they will try to put a hypodermic needle full of water and then inject inside the glove and make the glove heavier. Yes, sick people actually do that. And we'll actually feel the glove and the fist, make sure the padding, everything is distributed evenly from the front part of the pad to all the way down to the top of the hand. And we do both gloves that way, and we go to opposite corner and do the same thing. So if it did happen, somebody didn't do their job.
Wow. Okay. So once they get to the ring and they have a boxing commissioner representative with each side, with each corner, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So they are supposed to be watching them if there was any shenanigans and pulling on hands and gloves and that type of thing, adjusting stuff. They're supposed to be there to be like, nah, you can't do that.
And if they started rapping and the commission was not there, we'll make them take the stuff off and make them do it all over again. Okay. And then once the taping's on and the commission signs it, so they do that for a reason. So if somebody try to unwrap it and put something in and wrap it over again, we could tell the seal's been broken. So we do that to ensure that nothing's been tampered with.
The signing of the glove, the tape.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Tito, I need you to come back because Carlos says, I think those videos are from the first fight. But Carlos, he clearly stated that he saw some videos from the first fight and from the second fight. So I need Tito, we lost Tito for a minute, but I need him to come back and let us know whether or not, just to verify that he did say, that he saw video from 1 and 2. And Dale, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I agree with Chris. When fighters' hands are being wrapped, someone from the State Athletic Commission is in that room, and also someone from the other camp is in that room, and any kind of tampering would be very hard to do. Not saying it hasn't happened, because you go back into the days of you had Billy Conn against Louis Resto, where,
oh my God.
where Panama Lewis had knowledge, or says he did or didn't have knowledge of, some of the padding being removed and ruined someone's career. But I think those instances are few and far in between. On a ground scale, then you had Margarito and Cotto. I mean, how does a guy load his gloves up and if it wasn't for Nassim Richardson in the fight with Shane Mosley, he might have gotten away with that too.
Yeah, for a long time.
Right.
And caused severe damage to a lot more boxers.
Right. So, like I said before, I think those things are here and there because we're all human and we can make mistakes. Sometimes there's oversights, but I don't know. People are looking for a reason. That Wilder lost, and maybe Fury was just that man that night. You can't take that away from him.
And even going back what you said about Margarito, okay, let's just say if the inspectors did miss it, but the referee should have caught it. Reason why I'm saying this, because before they announced their winner, the referee grabs both the boxer's hands and he puts his thumb. Y'all, the fans don't see it, but we take our thumbs and we go against their padding, making sure it's not hard.
Right.
And we do it this way. And if it's hard, a commission, we got a problem here, right. And then we raise the winner of the fighter. But we do in the ring, we do our last checks and we touch their hands. The boxers may not know what we're doing, but we know what we're doing.
Right.
Is pressure? Let's ask this question, guys. Is there any pressure for refs after they've had this whole fight and match, and you're in front of all these fans? Is there any pressure for boxers? For refs to not call that at that time, like while they're actually in the end process of finding out who the winner is?
I don't think I'm sorry if I could jump in here. I don't think a seasoned ref has that problem at all, or someone that's that respects the game and the purity it brings. So I don't think it's any kind of pressure. But once again, in the Billy Conn and Luis Resto fight, who found that out? His dad. Where was the referee? Right into the referee say, well, wait a minute, where's the rest of this padding in this glove? The dad went to shake Resto's hand and said, hey, look at this. So those things, they happen, but I think they're few and far in between.
Can I say one thing?
Sure, go ahead, Tito.
The thing is this. I saw on the time when Tyson Fury hit Wilder in the back. He hit him with I don't know what.
Oh, Tito, we lost you, man. You froze up. You might have to start all over with that one. What round was that you were talking about also?
The time that he got hit back in the head, that round.
I think you're talking about the third round. It was an accidental hit to the back of the head. So Fury was not necessarily trying to hit him in the back of the head, but Wilder happened to turn his head at the same time that shot landed. So I know that's why that wasn't called.
Do you think that would be illegal?
Okay, negative. If Fury intentionally tried to hit him in the back of the head, that would be illegal. Now, I tell the fighters in the back, if the boxer throws a punch and the other fighter turns away from it, that's against the fighter who's turning away. You see? Now, if Fury went around and tried to hit him intentionally back of the head, no, then you can't call that a knockdown. Either one or two things that happen. Either give the guys time rest to hopefully he can continue. If he can't continue, then Fury loses by disqualification. But no, I saw that. In my heart of hearts, I believe it was behind the ear. Okay, I thought it was an illegal punch, but the punch happened so fast, how the referee catches it? Because initially I didn't see it until the replay.
Okay.
So
I thought it hit the back of the head, but on the side. I thought it was in that zone where it's tough to call it. Even if it was intentional, I'm saying it would be hard to call whether it was really in the back of the head or not.
In fast talk, because the scoring zone is from the midline, from the head down to the ears, to the midline, all the way down to the navel button. So if he hit him back here, it would consider an illegal punch. But if Deontay Wilder turned away and he got hit because of his own doing, that's on him, not on Fury.
Okay. So I do remember seeing that part. I don't know where he was going with that story with he did ask was it illegal. But I don't know exactly where he was going with that point. But for me, I do see some of the things that he said he saw in the gloves as far as them being weak looking and kind of wavy. Like there was no hand inside the glove. Now, what Jeremy Gray, shout out to Jeremy, thanks so much for your question. He says the dude hit him with a plain strike. It's an illegal hit, but his fist was in the glove correctly. So he believes that he just had hit him with an open, open fist type situation. Tito, you're not quite coming back in. It's saying that your device is not connected. So I think you need like a little stronger signal with your Wi-Fi. It's probably because he's driving in a car. So try to like stop somewhere where there's some Wi-Fi so we can get you back in here, man. We need you back on. Shout out to Lucas Biggers. That is my dog, guys. That's Heavy Bag Boxing CEO. Is with Tough Talk. And you can catch Tough Talk on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And your girl Sakura A will be on there with my fellas. I love them so much. So make sure that you catch us next Tuesday at 9 p.m. And that's Heavy Bag Boxing. So you can go click on his page and follow his page as well. We got to work this thing out, guys. We got to be like, together as a team and working towards a common goal if we're going to make something happen. Thanks, Lucas, for jumping in. Now, I got Carlos again. He said the job of the referee is not an easy one. Props to you guys. So, Chris,
I appreciate it. It really is hard. Just to get into the mind frame and preparation for a fight, it really truly is not easy. I mean, just for me, I got a fight tomorrow in Orlando, and knowing what I have to go through, I get my body in decent shape. I should always stay ready. But I look at video all the time, look at old fights, look at great referees from yesteryear, from Ruby Goldstein to Carlos Padilla to Robert Byrd to Tony Weeks, and I watch them. Sometimes not what you're supposed to do, not what you're not supposed to do. And I try to take lead from that. And the little video I do see, that's maybe on YouTube or somewhere else, I study myself. And then when I go there, I have my own preparation, clear my mind. So like I said, each referee is different, but I'm more intense. I'm not as friendly during the week. Let's say that.
Got you. Now, Lucas is saying, yeah, the video is really from the first fight. Looks odd, though. He says that that glove does look odd. We're talking about the left hand glove, guys, that was looking odd, not the right that was actually hitting him and causing the damage. So now, Tino, I'm glad we got you back, man, and you're stationary.
Yeah. Look, I just got in the house right now. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to feed my dog.
Now, what we want to know from you is you were telling us about when the shot came to the back of the head, which Chris was explaining to us, that it's all about the mid-range of from your ear to your shoulder, like that line down is considered legal. Behind it is not legal. But if the fighter turns his head, then it's on that fighter. It's not an intentional blow.
Right.
So
I'm pretty sure he didn't mean it.
Yeah.
No.
Right. I don't think he meant it either.
But it was damaging, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And Carlos says, student of the game.
Can I I'm sorry. Can I interject something?
1 second. We got Marion Moody. We got to give shout out to Marion Moody, and he is with Making It Happen, and that is Making It Happen Detailing. So make sure you call Marion up if you got any auto or boat detailing issues. He will go to you anywhere. He's mobile, baby. He is one of our sponsors. And let's see. He says, Marion says, guys, keep up the good work. Good info. All right. So we got somebody that likes what we're saying. And one more person, Dale, and then I get to you. It's Prodangles. He says, it's video of both fights. See, this is an issue, guys, that I'm running into. Because you see how Chris, you saw that. Dale, you see that, like, one person said, no, it's in the first video. Then you'll see somebody else say, no, it's in the second video. Okay, Dale, go ahead. Give us a holler. What you thought?
Even, hypothetically, just saying that something was wrong with the gloves. And Chris, you could attest to this. How many fights have been overturned for that? You can count them. There have been none. Normally, fights are overturned or no contest because of substance abuse. Am I right, Chris?
You're correct.
Yeah, you don't have any fights. I mean, just saying. Say the gloves were tampered with or whatever the case may be. Fights don't get overturned because of that. And this is why, and forgive me for getting on a soapbox, but, I always feel like boxing is the only sport that's not federally regulated. If it was federally regulated, then you would have a commission not dealing with any sanction bodies, an impartial group of people that could sit down, review tapes, and say yes or no, this is not right, yada, 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 and we need to do something about it. But until that happens, I mean, you've had bad decisions in fights. Clearly.
Yeah.
Helen Keller could say that it's not right. But have they ever been overturned? I remember when Evander Holyfield fought Nikolai Valuev.
Oh my God! I mean, so
yeah,
man, Holyfield won that fight. Holyfield won that fight.
He won the fight.
He beat the brakes off that dude.
He won the fight, and you know what they said? We're going to do. We're going to review it. Well, I'm still waiting. Still waiting.
All right.
Ooh.
So Carlos,
but he ain't get hit with no open palm.
Fight to get over the issues of the glove, heavy uniform, extra rate, etc. Oh, and what is that? I can't see what that is, guys. What's the symbol?
It says, and the fishing. It looks like fishing. So he said,
oh boy. Okay.
He said he needs the next big fight.
He's right. It does need to be a 3 just so we can clear all this BS up.
Well,
and who actually believes that? I want to know, out of the 3 of you guys, who feels that Fury got the win, it's legitimate, and that's it.
Listen, Chris, go ahead.
No, man, you go ahead, man. You go ahead, champ. You can have this one.
Listen, that's a hard question for y'all.
At the end of the day, Fury got his hand raised. He went after Wilder. He had a game plan, and let's be honest. Maybe Wilder's camp did not prepare for a Fury that was going to be aggressive.
They did not.
Nobody's mentioning that. And that's what he came out to do. They were looking for the Wilder that would box and back up and hopefully catch him with that right hand. All Fury did, Fury had 2 game plans, either to box or go after Wilder. He chose the first.
Right.
So the second, go after him. Wilder only had 1 game plan.
Yeah.
And that was to knock Fury out. And his camp did not anticipate Fury going at him like a kamikaze mission. He was a gunslinger. Either you get me or I'm going to get you. But one of us going to get got.
Wow.
What if it happened the other way around? What if Wilder got the victory and he got with all this madness about the gloves or something like that? What if it was on the other foot?
Well, see, that point would have been moot because we all know Wilder has that one equalizer. If he hit him with the right hand, there's never been a question about Wilder's right hand.
He don't have to prove anything. He just got to hit somebody.
Exactly. So
correction.
He don't use no left hooks. He don't use
all but one. It didn't work on Fury. If all but one, the first fight, it didn't work for Fury. He didn't get him out. It was a draw.
Well, I'm not even. I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyhow.
Go ahead, Dale.
Listen. Say what you want to. Nobody talks about the ringside ref that picks up a count. Yeah. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. When that fighter hits the ground, right? The ringside ref starts the count, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
See, what happens is once the fighter goes down, if I says down, the outside referee, he starts to count. My job in the ring is to escort the other fighter who scored the knockdown into the furthest neutral corner.
Mm-hmm. And
while he's doing that, I look at the alternate referee and I pick up the count. Once I pick up the count, he goes silent, but he's still counting silent.
Okay.
So normally I pick it up either at 3 or 4, maybe 5, depending on how slow that other guy is. But you never start at 1.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second now. Hold on a second. Calm yourselves down. Calm down.
It's true.
Got something to say. All right? Because if we're talking about Wilder Fury, the first fight, I feel when you are totally out and your soul has left your body, calls it off. It is waved off. There is no count. There is no look at him and see like, oh, he's out.
Yeah.
It's none of that. And then, oh, did you start to count? Because I didn't. Oh, okay, 1.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, really. And you're absolutely right. To turn around, and if anybody thought, I've seen refs do this, but I was really surprised. Normally, a ref says, step to me, you okay, continue. A ref doesn't say, go over there and come back. You're giving him more time. And I'm sorry. I think the count was a little bit long. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't even care about the count because I feel that most refs would have waved that shit off, okay? I'm going to tell you like that. I don't even give a damn about the count. I know people like to argue about the count. They're like, oh, he counted like 15. It was 15 seconds instead of 10. I don't care about the count because I'm like this. I'm like, y'all know if it's somebody laid out like that, the ref just be like, oh, damn, woo.
That's it. He don't even look back. He just said, this is over. Hopefully his soul will come back.
This is your expertise.
Man, see, I'm trying to avoid this one right here. You would change Tyson Fury name to Lazarus. That's something that was in the dead, boy.
I'm not even talking about Fury. I'm just saying in general, when there is a knockout, somebody is like, they fell back, their head hit first. And they do not move. What do you do?
For any other type of fight, if I see, let's say the local show or whatever, I see a guy go limp like that, what's bother counting? He's out. Okay. When I got into this, I was told this ain't the amateurs anymore. They told me this in a main event fight, if the person is knocked down, I have to reach the count of 10. Now, but it's still at the referee's discretion.
So they would prefer you to do a count.
This is what I was told when I come into the game. I'm like, now watching the fight at home, fight's over. I believe I was at my brother's house. I might have been a little bit exuberant and everything, but because I was watching as a fan, I wasn't judging. And I understand it was supposed to be controversy and all that type of stuff, and about how the scorecards. So I went up to one of the NFBF convention in Hawaii, and I'm in the room, nothing but judges, advanced judges training. They grab all the controversial fights, and that fight was one of them. And we sat in that class, and we had to re-score that fight. But what they did, they switched the rounds around, and it took the commentators' voices out. You didn't hear nothing except the crowd and the fight. And I can truly see, how they got a draw. And I was like, whoa. because there was 3 quiet rounds that Deontay Wilder did win. He's won them by the jab. See, Tyson Fury doing all this cute stuff, putting his hands behind his back. That don't score any punches. We can't score that.
He's
So
trying
the 3 quiet rounds that he won.
Off so I can get him down.
I miss what this dude.
He's jumping around the gloves so he can, loosen up the gloves.
I mean, Fury is a survivor, but I tell so many people what they don't want to hear is, yeah, the third fight has so many options. There's so many things that can still happen. They want to write Wilder off into the sunset. Tell him he need to. I even had some people that told me that he should retire after one loss. And I was like, are you kidding me? And not only that, the third fight, because the first fight was a draw, the second fight is controversial in other ways, even though we got a victor. Now, you're talking about a third fight. You don't know what kind of shape Wilder's coming back in. You don't know what kind of shape Fury will be in, or if he decides to do a different strategy for the third fight, expecting Wilder to try to mimic and counterbalance what was done in the second fight. So it's so many variables that could actually happen in a third fight. We don't know. I want to see that fight. Who wants to see Fury Wilder 3?
I want to see it, and I already got the billing for the fight. You can name this one, No Excuses.
Oh, bam!
I like that. I like
no
that.
Excuses. No excuses.
No excuses. Okay, all right. I like it. And I hate to say this because that
maybe he was just maybe he just didn't have no win or no stamina.
Once again, that third fight will be no excuses.
I'm gonna say this. I am what I would, and I hate that I'm gonna say this, but I really think that the third fight should be in the UK. I really do. I feel like the first 2 fights have been in the US, and now if you take it over to the UK, those fans over there are just crazy about boxing, and all it's gonna do is elevate both fighters. Whether Wilder wins or loses, he's won because he's gonna pick up a lot more fan base from over there too.
He's gonna pick up a lot more money too.
That's gonna make a lot more money when they really is a Wilder versus AJ.
Well,
and you know I hate to say that because I be good boxing playoffs. We trying to go through some fights now. Sponsors, if you hear me, we're gonna need some. We're gonna need some extra dough in September or October, whenever this may go down. Well, now, let's go ahead and see it. Tito, do you want to see a Fury Wilder 3 based upon the fact that you feel that some shenanigans went down in this second fight? Do you want to see a third fight?
Oh, yeah. And I think if we do a third fight, I think Wilder will take this one.
Wow. Okay.
He's got to get a new trainer, whoever's training him. Dude, look, the guy doesn't hit the body as much as he's supposed to. He doesn't get on the inside. He always stays to the outside. He needs to get up in there and grind. And I've never seen him grind. He's always like at a distance, ready to pop that right. You know what I mean? If he can get up inside and do a little bit more damage to the body, maybe.
Okay, Chris, definite.
Maybe.
For 3?
I think Fury outboxed him. He can box. The guy can box, no doubt about it. But as I see with he just needs to get up in a little bit more inside and hit the body a little bit more, man. That's what I see lacking. Okay, Chris?
I most definitely would like to see the fight, but I would call it, instead of no excuses for Wilder, I'll call it redemption. I don't like, now from outside looking in, I'm speaking just as a fan, okay? I don't like how the pay-per-view and the whole build-up, I don't think they did Deontay Wilder any justice because it seemed like it was one way. They was pushing Fury big time. Once again, Fury's a very charismatic figure, okay? But you got Deontay, who's an American, and then you have this helicopter over Fury's rented house. Y'all watching him going out to the arena like it's O.J. Simpson down the freeway. Then he gets into the locker room and they all joking and stuff. And then when he gets into the ring, y'all did something very disrespectful. Instead of announcing the champion last, you announced the champion first. I said, I said, not only he got to fight them, he can't win on the scorecard. You can hang it up. So that whole week didn't sit right with me. Especially, I'm like, who does this? Who has a helicopter over your house and they following you? Like, you got a police escort, which I understand for the police escort. There's a lot of money right on this. But I've never seen that before. You know, me being paranoid, I don't know. Just that part, I didn't like how they did that.
Guys, we got Roxy Scott Space, and she says, I do. She's a huge Wilder fan. So she want to see that third fight. She want to see him get that redemption. Am I right, Roxy? And then Dale, what you got to say? What you thinking?
I agree with Chris. That's not the first time that was done to a heavyweight champion. When
no, it's not.
Jerry Cooney fought Larry Holmes. Jerry Cooney was announced first. But that's a different subject, so we won't even touch that for another time. That's a different topic.
I like Carlos.
I only got one gripe. I tell you that. You know what it is, Dale?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna need for Fury to get off damn Amazon buying damn kids costumes and shit for $10, and I'm gonna need for him to up his game when it comes to his showmanship with this outfit. Okay, that was a little cheap looking, if you ask me. Yeah. I mean,
like he went to Party City or something.
Yeah, like man, you from the UK, you gotta represent. You gotta have some real shit on, you know. Yeah. Pay somebody to do that. That's what we got these designers and things out here. Now, don't be going getting no armor and shit on, because we don't want to hear an excuse from you. Now, Carlos says, so even if you see the soul leave the body and flying away, you still counting? Chris, I guess that was for you. You still counting?
So can I just piggyback on the last comment that Tito made in regards to inside fighting? I know somebody in Wilder's camp. I had the opportunity to help train as an amateur, and I suggested, Chris, I don't know if you're familiar with a man by the name of Mackie Shieldstone.
Yes.
Okay.
Great trainer.
Let me tell you something. Coach. For every fighter that Mackie Shieldstone has worked with, they have been successful. Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins, Michael Spinks, and I made a mention. I said, listen, bring him into the camp so that when Fury uses his weight, he can do things that he did with Michael Spinks against Larry Holmes to make him have explosiveness, to do different things. Listen, the man is a guru. We're not talking about, when I made that suggestion to the individual, they said the personal trainer is Scott. I think that's Wilder's brother. Listen, at the end of the day, you're always going to be brothers. But if somebody's going to help me regain the title, listen, I'm going to spend no expense. If you paid $40,000 for a costume, you can take that money and invest it well. That's going to be advantageous to your reclaiming the title. Because how many times you going to wear that costume?
Okay, we got Carlos Morales, and he says, I'll stop counting and start praying. Like if you talk about in their body. I'm going to talk about now. And then we got him saying, let's see what he's going to say next. And he better wear a thong as his uniform. No excuses in the third fight. And then we got, let's see, we got Mons Toko. He says, AJ doesn't want to waste his time fighting Wilder. Oh, really? Well, I got about, $500,000 that says he does, okay? No, it's supposed to be more than $500,000, actually. They're talking like, 50 million was the offer the first time, so let's see what the offer will be this time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like down with still getting that money. And then he also says Fury is too good. Wilder can't buy. Well,
please, again, can I?
Because the thing is, Mark Mons, you don't have to be no boxer, okay? What you got to do is get your opponent out. You just need to win. You need to W. And guess what? How many times did it work for Wilder? 40-something times it worked for Wilder. So I say hey, he's got a puncher's chance. That's what a puncher's chance is.
I mean, Wilder can box. He just unconventional. Now, if you're talking about skill set, I could say the same thing about Rocky Marciano.
None at all.
Okay.
None at all. None at, can I say something, Chris, too?
Sure, go ahead.
To Monzo, Toko, if Wilder can't box, then that means the 40 guys that could box can't beat an unskilled fighter.
Well.
That's all I'm saying.
Church, Chris.
That pendulum has to swing both ways. When you're talking about Wilder not being a skill fighter, then that means all the skill fighters that he did fight can't beat an unskilled fighter.
Well, that is true because power kills speed, power kills skill, power it trumps everything. It's the equalizer. That's why.
Right, but you got to be able to get, as Chris said earlier, if you can't set up your power with that jab and get it home, boom. So he can box. I hate to tell him, he can box.
And I want to make sure the comment I made was not by disrespectful to Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano had the same thing Deontay Wilder had. He had that grit and determination that he will not be denied.
Right.
So that's what made him, quote unquote, great. You know, even though he did beat Ezra Charles and Archie Moore and Joe Louis, they made me slightly, they were past their prime, but he beat what's in front of you. So
same thing with your friend Arturo Gatti. He knew how to fight. He knew what he wanted. He got that.
If it wasn't for Buddy McGirt, he wouldn't have the career that he would have had for longevity. Buddy
McGirt gave him 3 years back on his career because Gotti was a gunslinger. But Buddy said, listen, I'm going to teach you how to box.
Yeah.
And Buddy gave him 3 years on his career. So
and he did a fabulous job.
Yeah. Listen, hey, tell Wilder's camp to reach out to Buddy.
My thing is this. Okay, Wilder lost the fight. He got caught. Even if the glove on the left side was messed up, the glove on the right, which caused the most damage, looked like he had his fist properly in that glove. So I'm not going to deny Fury his win, okay? The man had it going. Okay, so now he's had all the belts, including the ring title. I mean, he's not going to be in the history books. He's definitely hit that mark. Now the question is, what will he do in the future? Because if he does beat a Wilder and we're through with that trilogy, now you're left with AJ. And after AJ, who are you going to fight? It's winding down. That's why I believe he's saying that he was going to retire within 1 to 2 fights. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he had a 5-contract deal with ESPN. So the Ottawa and the guy before him, Wilder twice, and either AJ or Wilder. And whoever's going to give you the most bang for your buck after a 5-fight contract deal, that's what you're going to go for. Now, if he should happen to turn around and fight AJ, to turn around and want to unify the title and extend his contract for one more year, and to climax his career with fighting Wilder, I mean, what a way to go. I mean, hey, why not?
Why not is the question. But the thing is, what I'm saying to you guys is that he's really running out of options once you get to this level. And, you know, you're talking about a whole new, how can you say it? A whole new group of heavyweights that's coming up the ranks now. And you're on the older side of that when you got, you know, these people like, well, Juggernaut and Big, you know, no.
Baby Miller.
I was about to mention him.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't he signed with Bob Arum?
Yeah, I think he just signed with Top Rank. Yes,
Top Rank. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we know what for, but at the same time, that is not going to be the fight where we're like, you know, oh, he's going to definitely, you know, beat Fury.
The press conference will be entertaining, though.
Work to me. That's just some work, you know.
Like Chris said, the press conference will be fireworks. You just hope that the fight lives up to the press conference.
You got 200-300-pound men.
Yeah.
Just saying, I mean.
Yeah. It should be interesting, you know. But I think at the end of the day, like I said, you know, you know, Fury's already said he's not going to do this forever. And once again, that 5 contract deal, and you're always going to have young lions coming up in the division. I mean, look at Klitschko, him and his brother. They ran the division for 9 years. After there was really nobody there that could fight. Wilder was coming up, you know, and then, you know, he turned around and fought a young lion in AJ. And in my opinion, the only reason why AJ beat him, because Fury couldn't step on the gas, because he definitely was giving him a good fight.
Well, I mean, I don't really know. That fight just doesn't interest me for some reason. Like, I don't know what angle they would hit, because it would be like UK versus UK, really, or Gypsy versus All American. Well, you can't even say All American, but All UK, I guess. I mean, I don't know what the angle would be for the promotions and marketing on that, but it just never really excited me that much. But, you know, the Wilder situation with AJ, that's one that still excites me. And another one that excites me, really, that, I mean, I want to see Juggernaut get in there, and I want to see some of these boxers fight Ortiz, since Wilder fought Ortiz. So, you know, he's supposed to be really skilled, and people use that as an excuse about his age and this and that. No. However, I'm like, if he's good enough for Wilder to fight twice, you guys need to step your game up and get in that ring with that man.
Listen, that's just the ploy. I'm sorry, Chris. That's the ploy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm saying, for a long time, people avoided Luis Ortiz. Yeah. Okay, forget about his own age. Yeah. All right. I mean, Cuban background. They already tell you from the mud up. They already got the skill set as it is. Knockout power and a southpaw. Okay. Why Klitschko didn't fight him? Okay. Right. When Luis Ortiz fought Deontay Wilder last time, that's the best I've seen Luis Ortiz. Wow. That night, Luis Ortiz would beat any other heavyweight that particular night, even AJ. And he made that one mistake.
Yeah. He was with Metro for a while too, which means it would have been easy to have a Ortiz AJ fight, and that never happened.
Listen, these guys up here, they don't want to fight Ortiz because he's a threat. Yes, and they use the excuse about, oh, he's old. Well, listen, if I know I can beat an old man and I'm getting $2 million, guess what? The old man's getting whipped, and I'm getting my money, and I'm getting $2 million. Look, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, here's the cliche. They say that great fighters have one great fight left in them. Yep. They just don't want to be that example of that one great fight. Wilder had the heart enough to do it not once, but twice. AJ, Fury, they don't want to mess with this guy because he can upset the apple cart. Yep.
Well, Danny Garcia is a good lesson. He was willing to get in there with Morales, and he know that was way late in his career. And I don't think that he could have. I felt bad. I was like, damn, he ain't have to lay the man out like that. And I was like, damn, Danny. But he knew that was his stepping stone. He wanted that on his record, and he was willing to go all out with it. Sure. So absolutely. It happens. Now we got Melissa. She says, even the greatest of fighters lose, but they come back with a vengeance. Now not 16 Melissa, that's my girl there, because she knows exactly what I was thinking. I was like, you know what? I'm thinking to myself, like, see, they up there counting Wilder out, but I don't want to be the damn man. Like, if he want to do a tune-up or something, I don't want to be that damn dude, because he's gonna get his ass laid out. He is gonna be in such a mindset that he is just it could be that vengeance part that she's talking about.
And can I tell you something? Who's going to be on?
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, Dale. Hold on. Calm down now. You know, so he could be that type that when he gets in there with Fury got the belt too. I mean, and you mad because you lost the last fight and he took your shit. You might be just like horrible. Like, you might be the type of opponent that nobody wants to see. So I agree with Melissa 100%. Okay, now Dale.
I'm sorry. I just get so excited about it. I tell you who's going to be the victim if Fury and if Wilder and Fury don't do a third fight and AJ comes in. Dylan White
Dylan White.
is going
I was
to
gonna say
be.
the same thing.
He is going to be. Listen, he is going to be that body that Wilder's been talking about. He's gonna hurt Dylan White. He's gonna hurt him bad.
Now
He's been doing a lot of talking.
Issues with Dillian White, but he also has power, and I believe is it his left or right hand? He has a killer left hook, I think. I'm believing because he was the one that actually knocked down AJ in their fight and hurt him. But I think that would be like two power punchers, you know. It's just gonna be wide open. They're gonna be both trying to land bombs. So that would be an exciting fight. But I still feel like Dillian should have had to fight Ortiz as the WBC wanted him to for 2 years, by the way. Just in case y'all didn't know, it was 2 years that he wasn't trying to fight Ortiz. So I felt like he should still have fought him in order to see which one of them got the Wilder fight.
He didn't want the apple cart to be upset. And I know that Dylan White does have a left hook, but as I stated before, the quickest point to two distance is a straight line. When Dylan White goes to throw his left hook, that right hand will be right on his chin. And then the band can start playing because that's it. That's it.
Chris, what do you say about that?
I agree. I mean, if Dylan's not sleepy, you better leave that fight alone. Well, ain't my bedtime yet.
Wow. You know what, guys? I have enjoyed you guys both tonight, and I want to make sure that that I'm extending an invitation to come back at least once a month with me. Yeah, how y'all think about that? I mean, are you down with it?
Just once a month? That's all I get.
Now, what I want to say is, for the final question, we're going to switch this thing up a bit, guys. This is a final question because we got some other boxers out here that's had different types of news all week. But what we have this weekend is a Mikey Garcia, okay? Mexican style Mikey Garcia with Angel Garcia's skills on board versus a Game Vargas. Who you got?
That's a toss-up one for me. If you had to twist my arm,
Yes,
I'm gonna have to go with the bigger guy. I'm gonna go with Vargas. Vargas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
Because he's younger, he's bigger, he's quicker. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mikey Garcia got the skill set. I mean, what skills pay the bills. Okay. But it just seemed like there's been talk that the winner of this fight may face Manny Pacquiao. So, I mean, does Vargas want redemption, or freaking Mikey wants to get his opportunity? I mean, I think it'd be a good fight because anytime you get, don't take us the wrong way, two Mexicans in the ring, win or lose, draw, you can get a good fight.
Yeah.
So they don't come to get it.
I agree. Okay, Dale, what you got? Who you got?
Ooh, you and Chris are gonna twist my arm. I like Garcia because of as Chris said, the skills, the will. You know what I'm saying? You can build this one, the will to win. I mean, listen, Mikey has already been in there with Errol Spence.
Yes.
So he knows what it's like to get hit. He's not afraid of it. And listen, at this stage of the game, he doesn't want another loss. You know what I'm saying? He not coming back to back. He doesn't want this. So I think this is almost a redemption thing for him right now, because on the horizon, if they're talking about Pacquiao, and Chris, I don't know if you heard, there's been some clamoring about Terrence Crawford and Pacquiao too. So I don't know.
Pacquiao, leave that alone. Listen, I love me some Pacquiao. But leave that alone.
He better leave that. He better leave Terrence alone.
He better go find Danny Garcia. Go find him.
Yeah,
I like that fight better.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they had two. Pacquiao has basically got people on hold like Floyd used to have people on hold. Like ain't nobody moving nowhere until Pacquiao choose who he want to fight next. I was in for a Pacquiao Thurman too, because I thought that was an amazing fight.
Yeah, but we move on to the next.
No, but I'm going to the next. Calm down. What I'm saying is, since Pacquiao didn't want no more of that, okay? Because I heard that he hadn't felt power like that in quite some time. So he didn't want to go back through that at his age, and being that he has plans to be president of his nation, the Philippines, he didn't want to do that. So with that being said, I would like to see a Pacquiao Spence. However, we don't know when Spence is going to get back in there. And in the meantime, Pacquiao is trying to rake up some, he's trying to get his coins all together because he got a lot of people that depend on him for income, for housing, for, fundraising, everything. So, and a campaign for candidate for president. So he's around here racking up them coins. So guess what, guys? Whoever got the most money, and that includes Conor McGregor, they going to get that fight. And that's just the bottom line of it.
I agree, but I'm saying that he better look past Terrence Crawford. He better leave. Terrence Crawford have put the division on notice. There's something about him. I'm telling, he's an assassin, and people are just sleeping on him. I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, they are. He is the pound for pound best fighter in the world right now.
That's right.
What game?
Exactly.
I've been saying that for the last 2 years, and I don't know why he don't get his own respect.
Well, Pacquiao, a lot of people suspect, peg use with Pacquiao, and I think that's why they hold the brakes on giving him like number one, tops with Pacquiao. That's what I think holds some people back. Now we got Anthony Young, and he said, "Don't do it, Pac-Man. He don't think he should do no type of situation with Bud, not at all."
Nope.
So I don't know. They saying that Pacquiao can even fight MMA, but let me rewind back because we skipped the topic. See how one topic, one last question, end up 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to try to wrap this up. 9 minutes for Mikey Garcia and Vargas. Oh, man. Whew. I respect Mikey so much because he is really trying to get this belt. I think it'll be his 4th title. From moving up from, I think he started lightweight. So, he's trying to get this title because he wants to be on that list of that very small list of people that's gone up to welterweight and won titles. So I respect that game plan. Oh my God, I do. I just feel that Mikey is a bit small. Now, on the flip side, Mikey in his first fight against Spence, he basically was still trying to lament himself into the welterweight size. So by now he might have a little better size and really be able to move and really make some things happen with that extra weight at this point, if he kept it on the whole time. Now, the thing about it is Dale, you mentioned that Spence had actually, Mikey ate a lot of chops from Spence. I'm just not sure if that's something that we are saying because of Spence. Is Spence that level good and Mikey just took wow, he has a chin of the gods? Or does it say that Spence may not have knockout power with prize boxers? Because we also saw that he was unable to get Sean Porter out. Sean Porter is known to have a great chin, but that's 2 people now that you have not been able to knock out. And one of them is really, I'd say a junior. I'll say he's a super featherweight, a super lightweight or a junior welterweight. So if you're not knocking out people in that weight class, then I think it's more that Spence doesn't have power when he moves up to prize level fighting. But either way it go, I feel that Vargas does have power. It's just the saying of, does he have more power than Vargas? Does he have more power? Sorry, I'm having a tongue twister right there. Does Spence have more power than Vargas, or does Vargas have more power than Spence to be able to knock out a Mikey? I guess we're gonna see. And that's where I'm at with that. So I'm not able to pick right now.
You should have twisted her arm, Chris.
And I'm glad y'all
Yeah.
gave me time to explain why I'm having such a difficult time with this one. But like Chris was saying, anytime you get two Mexican style fight boxers together, it is gonna be
Great
a hell of a fight. Somebody might get knocked out, or somebody gonna be bloody, because it's either going down those two ways. There's no doubt about it in my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys. From Boxing Playhouse, this is Sakura A, and I got my last question. Guys, do you still love Boxing Playhouse?
Love it. Love it.
That's why I'm here.
Love it. Love it.
All right, I'll let y'all come back.
Thank you so much.
If you want to sign up for Boxing Playhouse, you can go to boxingplayhouse.com. You can also find us on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and YouTube. I also just added Periscope. So Boxing Playhouse is everywhere. We want to know how you feel, and if you have any suggestions for the show, please inbox us, and we'll be happy to say your question or change up something if you don't like it or you do like it. My thing is, don't be a hater. Don't send me no shit talking about you don't like me because I'm a female, or that I take up for black boxers, or that you don't like my hair, because I'm going to tell you to screw yourself off. And that's just how it is. I got stuff to do, you know what I'm saying? And I love boxing, so nobody should be hating on anybody. Now, if you want to send us love, go ahead and inbox us right away. I need to hear from you tonight. Okay, Chris, tell people where they can find you.
Well, you can follow me on Twitter or on Instagram at GFO Boxing.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch TV, watch the shows. Wherever you see me at in boxing, if it's in Florida, I'll be there.
All right, so that means I see you Saturday then, huh?
It's a possibility.
And Dale, I know I'm supposed to see you Saturday because you're coming in with one of the boxers.
Yes, I will be. And I can't wait to meet you in person. Chris, I hope I get a chance to meet you. Much respect to you, sir.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
much respect. It's good. Much respect to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Great show.
Oh,
great show.
You were a part of it, so it's a great show to you too.
Thank you.
And where can we find you at?
You can find me at CoachDale@gmail.com, and that's it. You know. And
what about Facebook? I know you on Facebook.
Facebook, Coach. Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Coach Dale Peoples, and just look me up. That's it.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and let you guys go for the night. We thank you so much for you being here and supporting us so much. And we hope we see you Saturday night at All or Nothing 2 in St. Pete at the Clearwater Marriott St. Pete, which is on Roosevelt Boulevard. And it's going to be at 7 o'clock. Your girl and your guy from Boxing Playhouse are going to be in the house. And we're going to be commentating, and we're also going to be covering all the live fights and giving you the information you need. And we also want to give a shout out to Clarence Booth, who came in earlier, who also has an event Saturday at St. Pete Boxing Gym for the youth. And it's a nonprofit situation. Bring your kids out there, let them see a different way of life, and keep them out of trouble. They can be in the gym, being in shape, getting healthy, as well as knowing how to defend themselves against these damn bullies. And you can also get some good barbecue as well, I hear. And that's Saturday during the day at St. Pete Boxing Club. And that's it for us tonight. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you.
Hold on, guys.